Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Tuesday, the 11th of April. I am Flat Cap Callum. I'm hoping you're all very, very well. All right, unusual Monday night video, partly because not doing videos for Thursday, Friday selections this week, so I thought I'd do one a bit earlier, and I thought it's Dundalk Tuesday, which might be quite good. But the reality is, it's nothing special tomorrow or Tuesday, depending on when you're watching this. So part of me is like, well, I said I was going to do a video, so I've done my research and I've got them. But one bet, I've made it a bit complicated because it's one bet, but it's half stake, £10. One bet, 5 horses of what we got covered for Tuesday. So we've gone from 8 bets yesterday to one bet for the next day. So swings and roundabouts. Some days it just goes like that. So I'm not forcing it out. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't think it was worth it. But comparatively, we are nowhere near the same prices we were at for Easter Monday racing. So we've got a 25, a 12, 11 and 2 8s. So it's nothing special. First race, 2 Pontefract. And it's 2 Pontefract horses, 3 Dundalk horses. That's what we've got. So that's coming up. Before we do that, I'll do the review of Easter Monday. And then that's it. We'll just try and keep it nice and short-ish by my standards. We'll see. So how did we get on Easter Monday? I had a little go. We had a try. It was well worth trying. The channel came out £3 ahead, 30 on, 33.12 back. I think it would be there or thereabouts. I think some people may come back down, maybe down an odd pound or two. So it'd be somewhere in that sort of range. So nobody won big, nobody lost big, but we went close, and I feel like it was fully justified. Sometimes when I say I'm having a little go, it usually means I've found at least 4 races where I like at least 2 horses at a decent price. And I don't just mean I have to have 4 extra place races. They have to be decent ones in terms of me reading the form and the value. I think we got a run for our money with our selections. So let's spin through it. We started off here. That was a disappointment, and then we ended up hitting these 2 in a place double, which wasn't the end of the world because it was a nice profitable bet. That horse got really backed in. It ended up going, I think it was, I can't remember, 10 or 11 to 1 it ended up being. It was 40 the night before, that horse. You could have got 40 to 1 on it. Defi Blue SP at 28, so we got 25 for the channel. So it was a nice bet, really. So in terms of it paid out 4 times the stake. But just a bit of a disappointment. The first leg didn't give us anything from that one. Profitable on bet 1. Then we went on this one. This is the first of our Lucky 15 bets. So that was my horse of the day. It was the only one to back single. It ran an absolute cracker from the front. I kept thinking that it's going to fade. And literally one horse got past it. It SP'd at 33s. I had a 10p Rule 4 deduction for the channel. Cracker that was. A really nice way to start it. Then Balderio just didn't quite get there. It was 7th of 20. We needed top 5. So we got nothing back on the second leg there. Then Ali Rose, second Fairy House handicap. Second horse went from the front and stayed at the front. So that won really nicely at 16s. 14s is what I had for the channel. And then unfortunately, Champagne Platinum just never really got involved and was one of many horses pulling up. I know it was heavy weather. It wasn't. It was soft going, but it was heavy. Horses were making heavy weather of the conditions. But to have 6 finish the Irish National, 7th place. If a horse finished 7th, they were paying out €7,500 for it. So you'd have kind of thought it's worth a horse just jumping the last couple of fences and just getting round, even if they're thinking it's tired. But yeah, €7,500 for 7th place went unclaimed. So I don't know how that works. The sponsors keep the money or how it works. But yeah, €7,500 is what you would have got for coming in 7th. We got a win and a place on there with the additional money on the single back for Ages of Man. Saying that now, I'm just wondering, did I actually add that into my stats earlier? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Bear with me a second. This is live Owing and Ahring. I don't think I did, I think I've done myself a disservice. I think, actually, with the stats, I need to go back and double-check that. Or actually, yeah, I might have to edit the review for the night before. I think I've actually, when I did my maths, I forgot the single and Ages of Man. So yeah, might have a little extra bit. So actually, I said it was £3 profit. It was yeah, it could have been about £8 profit. Who knows? I'll double check that one. So that was bet two. God, this is already taking far too long. Sorry. Right. These ones were the duffers, so helpful to have all the duffers in one bet. So that was nice. They duffed out. The dreamy bet, well, we got a chance. The first leg, you know, I'm standing here, sitting here saying to you, I'm taking the two rank outsiders at 66 to 1 in the first leg. Unsurprisingly, there were doubting Thomases out there going, that just looks silly. True enough, I was on one of the right ones. It just didn't quite hold on. The second leg, we had 7th and 9th, so we weren't a million miles away. Then we had a winner and a down the field, and we were going on to the last leg. It wasn't worth anything, but actually, both of those were one of the millions of horses that pulled up in the Irish National when only 6 finished. So yeah, it wasn't a million miles away. We had 2 legs up. One of them was a win, and one wasn't far away from winning. But yeah, this meant this one was a double disappointment because we had Ages of Man on its own because we couldn't hook up the second leg there. So that was a disappointment for bet 5. Bet 6, Ailey Rose 1. We've got running on to 4 in the Irish National. The only one that gave us a chance was Deafy Blue. Again, 3rd handicap in a row at Fairyhouse. 3rd horse. Ooh. Oh, it's all going off here. I'm doing the maths wrong. I'm sneezing. 3rd horse, Deafy Blue, 3rd Fairyhouse handicap. 3rd horse went from the front, really. There was another horse that went with it, but that ultimately faded and fell. But Deafy Blue went from the front and came 3rd, SP'd at 28. So it's a place double. If you were on at SP, you'd have had 16s and 28s. So for this bit of the bet, you'd have got back a little bit more than the channel did. Then the Win Trixie started off well. That one, I was really surprised that wasn't on odds on horse, to be honest. I mean, it was a funny old race because 2 horses fell and it won by a street, really. But yeah, it was that one nicely. And then we had 2nd and then no good. So that wasn't anything back on that. And then we finished off, this was a right disappointment. We just got a refund on Catesby because I think we're 5th and not good. So overall, yeah, I'll have to redo the maths on that. I'll make sure it's right in the stats. But yes, I'd forgotten the single and Ailey Rose. I'm glad I do these reviews and remind myself what I'm actually supposed to do. All right, well, if you've still got faith and you want to know what the bet is for Tuesday, this is it. £10 is our bet. So I've got 5. One of them a bit riskier, a bigger price. So what I've done is I've done a lucky 31 with all 5, a lucky 15 without the risky one, and then a 40p each way double with the 2 that have got most value at Dundalk. So 2 o'clock Pontefract to Trally Hills, which you've taken a number of times, 8 to 1. Sky off 4 there, no one else is. 5.05 at Pontefract, Little Joe 8 to 1. Sky 6, very likely there'll be a non-runner, so I can't see that holding, so it's probably going to go down to 5. Quite a few bookies are 5. The one to avoid 100% is don't go on Paddy or Betfair. They're particularly unfavourable place terms for both that race and one of the Dundalk races. So avoid Betfair and Paddy. Then we've got 5.45 Dundalk, Bring Us Paradise at 12s. Then the 6.15 Dundalk. It's a good betting heat. And I'm going to go with the horse that's got the 3rd best form from what it's done. I think it will definitely come on from that run. And so what we're saying here is it's the 3rd best horse that's run. There's a lot of unraced horses, so it basically needs to be better than the unraced horses. That's the plan. Letitia at 25 to 1. And then 7.45 Dundalk, Ivor Secret 11 to 1. So it's a 10p each way lucky 31 on all 5. Then minus the riskier one, Letitia out there. It's a 2-year-old race. I mean, anything can happen. We've then got is a 10p each way lucky 15 on the remaining 4. And then we've got a 40p each way double to bring us to £10 on the 2 slightly better value, Bring Us Paradise and Ivor Secret. And that is £10 your bet. So Sky our best, then definitely 365 or Coral our second best. And then if you add on the fact that if you're doing this in the morning, I can't see these prices massively changing, to be fair. I think Ivor Secret, it should be single figures, definitely, but it won't take much market movement for that. But yeah, if you're doing it in the morning, 365 and Coral, you'll get bog on all of these. So that is the bet. That is your £10. Take it or leave it for Tuesday. So I'll be back on Tuesday night to do a little bet for Wednesday. There's some interesting enough stuff. Gore and Park looks like it's got a few handicaps. And then that'll be me. So that'll be Tuesday night. And then I'll be back then Friday night. So no video for Thursday or Friday selections. I'll only be putting something up in the comments for those 2 days. All right, that is me. Thank you very much. Enjoy your Tuesday whenever you get there. Bye-bye.